Alright, ready?
Okay.
3, 4. Oh, but I could see you on a foggy day.
A foggy day.
Eyes closed, I could spot you from far away. And I promise to never close my eyes if you keep me from going blind. We play a lot of music together. We play a lot. We're working on a CD.
He's like a musician, and I'm like into theater, so it's kind of like a good mashup.
I was a patient one time at Children's Hospital, or several times. 2 summers ago, I hit my head in the bathroom of my house right here. You can see the scar. There was blood on my head, on my face, on the floor, you know, in the sink.
It's kind of disgusting.
So the medical term that we use is laceration, which is a fancy medical way of saying cut. And in your case, it was what we call full thickness, meaning that it went through multiple layers of your skin.
I had to get 20 stitches, 2 layers of stitches, and Dr. Nagel took very good care of me in the ER, and I felt very safe, even though it was very scary. I went from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. Just for one of his emergency shifts, and I really liked the fact that he was able to hold the emergency room together so well.
The ER is very unpredictable, so as part of that you need to be able to be the type of physician or person that can deal with the idea that you're not sure what's going to happen or when it's going to happen. You need to be able to have a lifestyle where you're willing to work weekends and overnights and all those types of things, which is a big part of what we do. You need to have kind of a willingness to have a breadth of knowledge, a little bit about everything.
So why specifically pediatrics?
I love working with kids. I have a great time with them. And the other thing about kids is that kids get better. It's a nice feeling to be a part of that, so that you know that they're going to come in ill or injured, and they're going to leave in the process of getting better.
I'm thinking of becoming an emergency pediatrician now because I've met Dr. Nagler. Now, as a teen interested in medicine, I have a lot of hobbies that I'm really interested in doing. Music mainly is one of them, theater, and you know, it seems like once I would become a resident, I wouldn't have time for things like that. Do you have hobbies, and if so, how do you maintain them?
So I do have hobbies, and they're important to me. If you count family as a hobby, that's probably my biggest hobby. But other things, I like to run, and I like to go see movies, and I like to play in the park with my kids. Certainly it's important to be committed to what you do, but you need to have that other side of things.
He had this really wide base of knowledge where he could just call on any study or case study or research and use it as evidence as to why a patient had a certain disease or why a patient didn't have a certain disease, or to make a diagnosis, and that really inspired me to want to become a doctor as well.
You have a calc.
I'm sure I do. I'm sure I do.
It's kind of like Superman, Superman with a little... I think he did really well. Besides the cowlick right there, I think he did pretty well.
Thanks.